Did you know that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of Yah? My goal is to bless you with the Word. Listen to it while you're driving. Listen to it while you're walking along the way. Listen to it when you lay down at night. Listen to the Word. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 1 through 39. A long time passed. Then, in the 3rd year, the word of Yahweh came to Eliyahu. Go, present yourself to Ahav, and I will send rain down on the land. When Eliyahu went to present himself to Ahav, the famine in Shamaron had become severe. Ahav called Obadiah, who was in charge of the palace. Now Obadiah greatly revered Yahweh. For example, when Jezebel was murdering Yahweh's prophets, Obadiah took 100 prophets, hid them in 2 caves, 50 in each, and supplied them with food and water. Ahav said to Obadiah, "Go throughout the land and check all the springs and wadis. Maybe we can find grass somewhere, so that we can keep the horses and mules alive and not lose all the animals." So they divided between them the territory to be visited. Ahav went one way by himself, and Obadiah went another way by himself. Obadiah was on the road when suddenly Eliyahu encountered him. Obadiah recognized him, fell on his face, and said, "Is it really you, my lord Eliyahu?" He answered, "Yes, it is I. Go, tell your master, Eliyahu is here." Obadiah replied, "How have I sinned, that you would hand your servant over to Ahav to kill me? As Yahweh your power lives, there can't be a single nation or kingdom where my master hasn't sent to search you out. And in each kingdom or nation where they said, 'He isn't here,' he made them take an oath that they hadn't found you. Now you say, 'Go tell your master Eliyahu is here.' But as soon as I leave you, the Spirit of Yahweh will carry you off to I don't know where, so that when I come and tell Ahav and he can't find you, he will kill me. But I, your servant, have revered Yahweh from my youth. Wasn't my Lord told what I did when Jezebel killed Yahweh's prophets? How I hid 100 of Yahweh's prophets by 50s in caves and supplied their food and water. Now you say, 'Go tell your master, look, Eliyahu is here.' Why, he'll kill me." Eliyahu said, "As Yahweh Sabaoth lives, before whom I stand, I will present myself to him today." So Obadiah went, found Ahav, and told him, and Ahav went to meet Eliyahu. When Ahav saw Eliyahu, Ahav said to him, "Is it really you, you troubler of Israel?" He answered, "I haven't troubled Israel. You have, you and your father's house, by abandoning Yahweh's mitzvah and following the Baalim. Now, order all Israel to assemble before me on Mount Carmel, along with the 450 prophets of Baal, and the 400 prophets of the Asherah, who eat at Israel's table." Ahav sent word to all the people of Israel, and assembled the prophets together on Mount Carmel. Eliyahu stepped forward before all the people and said, "How long are you going to jump back and forward between 2 positions? If Yahweh is the Most High Power, follow him. But if it's Baal, follow him." The people answered him not a word. Then Eliyahu said to the people, I alone am the only prophet of Yahweh who is left, while Baal's prophets number 450. Let them give us 2 young bulls, and they can choose the bull they want for themselves. Then let them cut it in pieces and lay it on the wood, but put no fire under it. I will prepare the other bull, lay it on the wood, and put no fire under it. Then you call on the name of your power, and I will call on the name of Yahweh, and the power who answers with fire, let him be the Most High Power. All the people answered, "Good idea. Agreed." Then Eliyahu said to the prophets of Baal, "Choose 1 bull for yourselves and prepare it first, because there are many of you. Then call on the name of your power, but put no fire under it. They took the bull that was given to them, prepared it, and called on the name of Baal from morning till noon. Baal, answer us! But no voice was heard, and no one answered as they jumped around on the altar they had made. Around noon, Eliyahu began ridiculing them. Shout louder! After all, he's a god, isn't he? Maybe he's daydreaming, or he's on the potty, or he's away on a trip. Maybe he's asleep, and you have to wake him up. So they shouted louder and slashed themselves with swords and knives as their custom was until blood gushed out all over them. By now it was afternoon, and they went on ranting and raving until it was time for the evening offering. But no voice came, no one answered, no one paid any attention. Then Eliyahu said to all the people, Come here to me. All the people came up to him as he set about preparing the altar of Yahweh that had been broken down. Eliyahu took 12 stones, in keeping with the number of tribes of the sons of Yaakov, to whom the word of Yahweh had come, saying, Your name is to be Israel. With the stones he built an altar in the name of Yahweh. Then he dug a trench around the altar, large enough for half a bushel of grain. He arranged the wood, cut up the bull, and laid it on the wood. Then he said, Fill 4 pots with water, and pour it on the burnt offering and on the wood. They did it. Do it again, he said, and they did it again. Do it a 3rd time, he said, and they did it a 3rd time. By now the water was flowing around the altar, and it had filled the trench. Then, when it came time for offering the evening offering, Eliyahu the prophet approached and said, Yahweh, the most high power of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Israel, let it be known today that you are the most high power in Israel, and that I am your servant, and that I have done all these things at your word. Hear me, Yahweh, hear me, so that this people may know that you, Yahweh, are the most high power, and that you are turning their hearts back to you. Then the fire of Yahweh fell. It consumed the burnt offering, the wood, the stones, and the dust, and it licked up the water in the trench. When all the people saw it, they fell on their faces and said, Yahweh is our power! Yahweh is our power!